Welcome everyone, it's Sunny and Van, where the grass is always greener. On this channel, we want to educate on real estate, blockchain, business, and cryptocurrencies. Before we go any further, disclaimer alert, the content and information on this channel is for educational purposes only. This is not financial or professional advice. Before we start, one more thing. Thank you so much for joining us on this channel. We are very excited. This is a brand new show channel. Call it what you will. It will be airing on YouTube across social media platforms. This is the first of many on a weekly episode basis. This is going to be our first episode airing on Sunday, January 1st, 2023. Let's go. Now let's head over to the Vancouver Sun website and check out some headlines. So I'm here on the website. BC posts Canada's highest unaffordable housing rate. Homeless fear death on street. Statistics Canada says BC is the most unaffordable province for housing in Canada. A little bit later on the show, we're going to do analysis on a property for sale. I think we'll look at Surrey today, a house for sale in Surrey, and we'll see how affordable that house actually is. But before we get to that, let's check out another headline here. BC's home buyer protection period won't be in place until late spring. No decision yet on how long the cooling off period will be and what penalties may apply. Metro Vancouver's first time home buyer's guide. Looking to purchase your first home but don't know where to start. Now, this might be a very good blog. You should check it out. If you've never been in real estate before and you just don't know what to do, maybe this channel will give you some insight. We really hope we bring you some value. But again, we're going to go through analysis on a house for sale in Surrey later on in this show, in this episode, and we'll see what the affordability is for our first home buyer. All right, let's move over to another website, realtor.com, and check out some news out in the US. Mortgage rates give home buyers some holiday relief, falling for the 6th week in a row. The 30-year fixed mortgage rate was last at this level in September, Freddie Mac said in its latest weekly survey. That's a good sign. Interest rates are going lower and lower. That's something that we always want to see. It's been a pinch for a lot of people here. U.S. existing home sales fall for the 10th straight month in November, longest losing streak on record. U.S. existing home sales fell 7.7% to a seasonal adjusted annual rate of 4.09 million in November, the National Association of Realtors said Wednesday. Now let's move over to Zolo.ca, get some trends here regarding the Vancouver real estate trends. Housing market report for December 2022. Current Vancouver MLS stats indicate an average house price of $1.3 million and 352 new listings in the last 28 days. As of today, Vancouver housing data shows median days on market for a home is 29 days. That's a monthly change that has gone down of 1.2%, a quarterly change that has gone down by 9.8%, and a yearly change that has gone down by 8.4%. As you can see, the chart over here from December 21st all the way to the 22nd, home prices were at a high around February of 22, and that was 1.575 is the average sold price in Vancouver, and it had an all-time low around August at 1.270 million. Now look at that big drop there. It started to climb, but it looks like it has now come back down. Look at sales volume by property. Detached homes made up 20% of the sold homes. That's 151 sold. It looks at roughly around maybe 30 to 40% of, what is this, townhomes, 83 sold during that time. And let's look at condos. I guess condos right now make up the bulk of the property types that are being sold right now. Let's look at some more statistics right here. Detached, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, and so forth. You're looking at 1.6 at 2, and all the way up to 2.9 for a 6-bedroom. A 6-bedroom right here. It looks like 3 months ago, 6-bedroom was at 3.6, and it took a pretty big hit here in between this time. Let's look at the Vancouver housing inventory. Number of sales and inventory. December 22 is showing you're looking at 3,400 homes that were listed and 440 sold. Average days on the market, 30 days to 29 days, and price of 250 to 500,000. And if you go all the way up here, you're looking at 31 days. So roughly you're looking at less than a month, I would say, to sell that home. Now let's move over to some market watch here, and we'll start off with some cryptocurrency. The biggest one that everyone seems to be following right now is Bitcoin. Now, if you're interested in these charts and you want to invest into this software, we do have an affiliate link. We'll include it in the description below. Now, this affiliate link is through our marketing company, which we use as Movement. If you have any digital marketing needs, please do reach out to them. They do a great service. They can produce a lot of output on social media, do weekly blogs, websites, YouTube videos. The great thing about Movement's pricing is you can go ahead and try to compare it to hiring someone at a minimum wage, but the amount of work and output that they can put for you, your business, and your channel, you could be a realtor, a mortgage broker, you could be a lawyer, whatever industry you may be in, they're able to output a lot of social media posts, graphics, design, blog posts, marketing, advertising, whatever it may be on a budget. You should definitely reach out to Movement and see what they can offer you. It's a great service. It's a good budget. You know, you can just be spending $40,000, $50,000 on an employee to help you with content, where Movement, you know, a starting package might only be $30,000 to $40,000. However, the output is exponential. They have a lot of software that can help your company grow. Be sure to check them out for sure. Now let's get back to these charts here. As you can see, Bitcoin, let's zoom out here. This is all in US dollars. At some point, Bitcoin was almost at 70,000 US. It went on this bullish run. It was incredible. And then all of a sudden it crashed. And if you bought there and sold at the top again, how do you predict the top and the bottom? But this is something that we will cover. If you want a little bit more information about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies and blockchain and so forth, you should definitely check out Movement's blog posts and videos. They have in-depth educational videos regarding the blockchain cryptocurrencies. You might find some value. We'll leave a description of Movement's content in the description below as well. Let's just see what the price of Bitcoin right now is. 16,500. Now that is US. It has gone down. Me personally, I do purchase Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies on a month-to-month basis, depending on where it is. Right now, we do see it as a discount. You know, the economy may crash. It can still crash right now. We have absolutely no idea. There are too many variables out in the world. However, if you do believe in the blockchain, you do feel that this is a technology that is going to be here for the future and it's going to shape the future, they look into and educate yourself, because it may be the future. And if you're looking into blockchain, make sure you check out the channel and educate yourself. Is this the right thing for you? Because it is the future. It's going to change a lot. We feel that it is. That's why we do invest into it. We will cover it, and stay tuned for a little bit more content regarding that as well. Now, a big thing about blockchain and Bitcoin and so forth is there is a lot of use cases. There's a lot of FUD out there. You know, make sure that you're careful about everything that's going on before you make a move. And one big thing is, if you're trading in cryptocurrencies, make sure that you move that cryptocurrency off an exchange into a cold storage wallet. And we do recommend the Nano. We do have the affiliate link as well. We do make money off these affiliate links. It does help support our channel and the content that we do produce. Please do check out the description below and get yourself a hardware wallet, a cold storage wallet, which will be your crypto off of the exchange. The reason that you want your crypto off an exchange is you're hearing all these things in the news is all these companies are going down. What better way to protect yourself if you're thinking about buying into cryptocurrencies is moving those cryptocurrencies off the exchanges into a cold storage hardware wallet. That way it could be that much more secure and safe than leaving it in on an exchange and having that exchange go bankrupt, or some other things that are going on in the world right now, and you don't want to be lost without your money and stuck that you cannot withdraw your funds. So that's why we do say take your cryptocurrency off the exchange. Now let's look at another stock right now. That's Tesla. Now Tesla had a good run as well. It went all the way up to $414 in US, and right now you're looking at $121. So we're not sure if that's the whole Elon Musk going over to Twitter or what's going on there. There's so much news around it. You know, he does a post, he does a tweet, he can move the stock market up and down, which we don't think is really fair, but you know, that is the reality right now. Social media influencers, they have such a big role in the economy right now, and they can influence anything right now. If an influencer has that much of a following, what they say can change the market. And we've seen that, with him talking about Dogecoin. As soon as he said, hey, Dogecoin, we saw that the market spiked up. He said Tesla is not going to accept Bitcoin or Dogecoin or however you say it, and the market would fluctuate. When asked, does he know? Yes, he absolutely knows that this does change a few things here. Now, let's go look at Apple. I'm not sure if you're an Apple fan or you're an Android fan, but right now we are looking at Apple. You can see that it was high up at $182 at some point, and right now you're looking at 129. Let's just zoom out right now. So you know what? This is a stock that has not plummeted so much compared to quite a bit of the other ones. You're at 182 here, and you're only down to 129. You can see the fluctuation in the chart right here. And another stock that we will look into right now is Amazon. Now, Amazon had a nice bull run. It rose quite a bit high into September. So March to September, you can see it was high here. It had a nice bull run, and it's gone all the way up here. It had a nice bull run from $81.30 to $177, almost $200, and it kept a little bit of steady incline all the way up to $188 before it started climbing down. Right now, Amazon stock is at $84 US. Let's check out some business headlines. Canada Competition Tribunal rules in favor of $14.8 billion Rogers Shaw deal. Canada's Competition Tribunal approved on Thursday Rogers Communications Inc.'s $20 billion Canadian dollar bid for Shaw Communications Inc., ending the company's 20-month-old dispute with the antitrust authority. Huawei's 2022 revenue steady at $91.5 billion as U.S. sanctions impact wanes. Chinese tech giant Huawei Technology Company Limited, Co-Limited, estimated on Friday its 2022 revenue grew 0.4% annually, suggesting that its sales decline due to U.S. sanctions had come to a halt. Now, I'm sure you probably heard about the scandal with the FTX, so here's a nice story for that. Bahamas regulator holds FTX assets pending delivery to customers' creditors. The Securities Commission of the Bahamas said on Thursday that it is holding FTX assets worth $3.5 billion based on market pricing at the time of transfer on a temporary basis to deliver them to customers and creditors who own them. So that's some good news. Hopefully they can get some money back. And again, not your keys, not your crypto. Make sure you move your crypto off these exchanges. You do not want to get caught in the crossfire. Now we're on Realtor.ca. We use this site to check out some properties. Maybe it'll be good for you out here in Canada. And like I said before in the show, we're a property out in Surrey, BC. So let's check this out right here in the search bar. There we go, Surrey, British Columbia. Let's click on search. Oh, it's already searching for us. Look at all these properties. Now, we saw some headlines for first home owners, first home buyers. So let's keep it at $500,000, and we'll analyze one of these condos out here. Let's just do a min price of, 25. You know what? Let's just do a little bit further. Let's go down to, let's do a min price of roughly $275,000. We'll put 1+ bed. We'll also move it to 1+ bathrooms. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of properties out in Surrey. And let's just check out Surrey Central right here. Let's see what properties will come up. As you can see the map, see some areas here, have a better idea what's going on. You're by King George Boulevard. You do have the universities around this area. You also have the mall around this area, elementary schools. You got some churches around this area, Service Canada. It looks like a pretty good area. Let's just go check this out. Let's see what comes up here. A nice little condo that we can look into. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be brand spanking new, but let's just see what we can find over here. It looks like we got something here, $459. Let's click on this. Unit number 508, 10523 University Drive. Let's open up some pictures. That's the building right there. Let's scroll quickly through. Oh, it looks like a bench, a park. You got some nice greenery here. That's the inside. So I guess you walk in here. You got a nice little kitchen, little bar area. You got some tile going, carpet. What do you guys think about the color? Yeah, nice. It looks pretty good here. That this is inside your kitchen right now. It looks like you got a deck, sliding room. It looks like this is going over to a bedroom here. A little open area. Let's quickly scroll through all these pictures. Not sure what this is. Oh, that looks like a parking lot. I'm not sure why that's closed off. Plenty of parking, it looks like. It's a washroom. Oh, you get a gym. Yep. Some more benches. Oh, that's all the pictures. Let's X that out. And who has this posting here? Edmund Yang, Personal Real Estate Corporation. You also got Home Life Benchmark Realty Corp, White Rock. If you're interested in this property, please do reach out to them. You also got a Gloria Zhang down here. And if you have any questions, you can always reach out to these realtors. Let's look at the description here. Grandview Court in the heart of Surrey Central. This spacious one bedroom, one den, 668 square foot unit features open layout, large kitchen, in-suite laundry, oversized windows, and private balcony, located blocks from the Central City Shopping Center SFU campus and the SkyTrain. This was well-managed building, offers you urban convenience as well as incredible amenities, which include a clubhouse, recreation room, exercise center, sauna, steam room, elevators, visitor parking, security cameras, and landscape grounds. The unit comes with one underground parking, one storage locker, which is always good. Single family, age of building is 27 years. It's apartment. Annual property tax, you're looking at 15, 668 square footage strata. It's been on realtor.ca for 21 days. Let's look at a little bit of statistics here. The following demographic information is based on dissemination area as defined by Statistics Canada. Dissemination area contains, on average, approximately 200 to 400 households and is often referred to as a small neighborhood. Data has been provided by a third-party supplier based on census data from Statistics Canada. So let's check this out. So this little area right here, you got a population of 1,377. Average household income is roughly 61,000. Number of households 695. Median age is 41. Households with children are 65% of them. All right, let's take 10523 University Drive here, and we're going to throw it into BC Assessment and see if we can get a little bit more information on this unit. BC Assessment here is saying that the total value is 339,000. Previous year was 310, and no sales in the last 3 years. That's very cool. If you ever want to see the assessment of a home out in BC, make sure you check out this site, bcassessment.ca. And when you're doing your research on purchasing a property, it's a valuable tool for sure. All right, now let's head over to our cool little sheet that we have here that we built. It's something that we're working on. We're going to make it into a full flat out app on our website once we're ready to go. Again, a big up to Movement and the team. Thank you, Indy, for working on this. I know it took quite some time to gather all the data, but here we are, and hopefully we can bring some more value to you by using a tool that we have created. Now, let's head over there. So this property that we were looking at, let's just quickly go back, was 459,000. And so what we're going to do is we're going to plug it into our formula here. Property tax we had previous put here was $1,606, but we're going to change it roughly to $1,500. So it just gives us a better idea of what to expect on the actual mortgage payments and everything. Now, it is a Surrey condo apartment. So we're going to go ahead with a 6.45 interest rate to get a better understanding what it's going to take to afford this home. And effective annual rate would be 6.55, which is compounded semi-annually here. So we are going to move over to this landscape that we have created. Voila. Again, this is information is included for educational purposes only. This is not financial or professional advice. Now, this is something that the Movement team has built out for us. If you want to communicate with Movement, you can check out different ways to get a hold of them. You can go to their website right here, check it out. They're very good. They have built this whole thing out for us, and we're going to go through this step by step. I do have a screen here. Again, this is the first time we're doing this, so hopefully I can read this out proper of how we should be doing this one by one. Now, let's go and get this full analysis breakdown. To take advantage of the 5% down, you're going to need to only pay roughly $23,000 down to afford a home that is worth $459,000. Now, if you were to do this, you'll be left with a mortgage of $436,000. Now, what is the interest on this? As we had already mentioned before, the interest is going to be 6.55% on a 30-year amortization period. Now, what does that mean? What will your mortgage payment be? Your mortgage payment will be $2,700 a month. Now, start looking at your salary. If you're looking to be a first home buyer, are you able to afford this? Now, we're not going to look at what the bank is going to approve you for. Just look at your expenses that you have on a month-to-month basis. Do you see yourself being able to afford a home like this? If not, look at other ways to purchase a home. Now, maybe you want a roommate, or you can always go in with someone else that's able to go 50-50 with you on a home, or you get 4 people to invest into a home as well. There's different ways you can look around it. Make sure that you can check with a financial planner, talk to friends or family. To qualify for a mortgage like this, now this is based on if you have absolutely no debt. So this is like saying you have no other line of credits or credit card debts that are going to be depleting your bank account on a month-to-month basis. Now, if you have absolutely no other debts, you're looking at roughly a salary of $89,000 a year to be able to afford a $459,000 condo by putting down roughly $23,000. Now, take a look at this and see, is this something that you can afford? So again, if you are a first-time home buyer and you're only looking to put 5% down, what will it look like? Now, let's go on here. Now, at a purchase price of $459,000, you're looking at a down payment of $23,000. Again, this is based upon 5% down. Your mortgage will be $436,000. Now, if you have an interest rate where you're paying at 6.55% over 30 years, you're looking like at a mortgage of $2,700 a month. Now, that is if you are the principal residence of this home. You're going to be spending $2,700 a month on that mortgage. Now, take a look at where you are today. Are you renting? Is your rent significantly lower than this mortgage payment? Now, is this something that you want to step into, and is it worth it for you? Does your salary have enough income to support a payment like this? This is something that the movement team has built that allows you to really look into purchasing a property here. Now, if you're looking at this property as a rental property, let's take a look at what the analysis will show. So now let's just go up here quickly and let's just change it to 25% down. A big significant change in your down payment. You're looking at $114,000 down, and now your mortgage has gone down to $344,000. But the big thing about this, when you have a property that's going to be a rental property, now you're getting rental income. A 1-bedroom, 1-washroom condo out in Surrey will have a rough income of $1,700 a month as rental income. Now look what happens with the rental income. Look at your mortgage payment. Your mortgage payment now is $2,100. Now that is a big decrease. Now if you're going to add rental income to help pay this mortgage payment, your month-to-month payment is only $550 a month. Now that is out of pocket. That is much easier than paying for a principal residence. However, that is much harder to even get that down payment. Again, it might be good to work with someone else, friends, family, or someone you can trust, and work together to be able to afford your first home. Now, a big analysis is something that we like to call here is sunny to the moon. Now, sunny to the moon basically is something we put down together here that shows where would this property be in the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. And we're going to do a little bit of breakdown here. As you can see, in a year's time, you're going to be putting $6,600 in a year out of your pocket to be able to afford this home. However, out of that money, $3,800 is going to be what you build equity in. On 10-year mark, you can see how the numbers start gradually going higher and higher, and out of pocket gradually goes lower and lower. Now, why does this rent go lower? Because we have a formula put in here that allows us to get incremental increases of rent over time, is why that your payment starts to go lower and lower over 5 years, as you can see. Now, another cool thing about this analysis here is we have something here that we built out equity plus rent. And what this means is how long will it take for your equity to build to outweigh the money that you put in because the mortgage was not fully covered by that rent. Now, if you take a look at here, you're looking at a $25,000 equity built when it's at year 15. So roughly around year 15, you can see that no longer is it considered a whole lot of out of pocket because you are now physically starting to build out that equity because that rent is paying it, and eventually it will flip. This scenario here is what is out of pocket and what is now building out the equity. Now, another thing that happens when you own real estate, and it's a little bit different when it comes to a condo. So I'm just going to quickly change this to 3.11 because that's more for a detached home. So a cool statistic that we kind of like to play with, it's called Sunny to the Moon. And where will that property be in 30 years, right? Where will that property be in 5 years? And what I mean about that property is, will that property have a value increase over the span of 5 to 10 years? Now, what we have put together here is a little bit of analysis that can show you in 5 years' time the cool thing that we have built out here regarding the down payment and what you get as a return on investment. So if you were to do a down payment of $114,000 in 5 years based upon the rent, the equity, as well as a property value increase, you're looking at the 5-year mark right here, and you can see that the property potentially can go up to $535,000. That means you made a net of $76,000 that year. However, you also got to look at the fact that you also put $31,000 out of your pocket over and above the rent that was coming in to be able to pay off that mortgage. This is not guaranteed. However, this is a pretty cool analysis you can really look at when you look at property values over the course of time. They seem to go up. Yes, there's crashes. Yes, there's dips. But over the test of time, 5, 10 years, you will see that property has gone up. And over and above that, look at an investment property. You're looking at $1,700 of rental that's coming, that's helping you offset that mortgage cost to then build your portfolio of almost a $500,000 home where you're only putting $550 a month out of pocket. Now, that's pretty amazing when you break it down and you can see it look like this. Now, you take a look in the future, this is where you want to be. Now let's break it down even further. It's just easier to say here. Now let's go back to the start. Now, if you have a sale price of $459,000, the down payment of $114,000, your mortgage amount is going to be $344,000. Your monthly mortgage payment is going to be roughly $2,100. Your potential rent that you can get on this 1-bedroom, 1-washroom is $1,700 a month. Now, what will happen is $1,700 is not enough to cover the cost of the mortgage, so that means out of pocket you're looking at roughly $500 a month. Now, in 5 years, if you follow this, you can potentially build equity of $21,000. That means this number here, even though you're paying out of pocket, the principal is getting paid. That means you built an equity of almost $22,000 right here. Now, the potential property value increase over 5 years, you're looking at $534,000. So over 5 years, it could go up from $459,000 to $534,000. Now, if that were to happen, you're making a net profit just on the property value alone of $76,000. Now, your potential 5-year return on investment, which is on the down payment, which is your rent, your equity, and the property value increase, you could get a potential of 57% return. Now, the minimum salary required with this rental income, it goes down significantly to only $60,000 a year. Now, this is the end of this part of the show. I really hope that this was valuable. This is something that we will look more and more into. This is the first show. We will get better. I do promise that. Well, I do hope I get a little bit better. This is my first show. Now, if there's a property that you want us to look at, a city across Canada, a town across Canada, whether it be a house, a condo, or a home, please leave your comments below. We'll take a look at that property on next week's episode, and hopefully we could bring you that much more value. If there's something that we have not covered and you feel that we should cover, let us know. We'll take a look at it. We'll add it to the show. Again, this is our first show. Thank you for your patience. We will get better. Thank you for supporting our channel. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Sunny out.